Hey y'all. So, long time no chat. Anyways, I just got on today because I said I was going to get on today. So, I just thought maybe I'd just keep my word and get on. It's almost 8 p.m. here. Um, was thinking about going to go pick up some chicken and jalapeno peppers, because I've been having a taste for fried chicken for some time now. But I just don't feel like doing anything right now. But anyways, so you guys, um, hold on. Okay. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I'm just playing with the buttons right now. See what I can do on this StreamYard thingy. Anywho, yeah. Anyways, I just got on, because I was thinking, hey, Marianne, I was thinking that we could do like on Lovely Love's platform. We're gonna do movie reviews after we watch them off of Netflix. And if you haven't watched Palm Trees in the Snow on Netflix yet, please do so because we're going to go to Lovely Love's platform and discuss it later on tonight around 11. Hey, Gigi. Hey, the portal. First. Not quite. Not quite. I'm in third. So, yeah, we was thinking about doing movie reviews each week after we decide on what movie to watch on Netflix and then come back on here and talk about it, which I think is a really good idea. Hey, Porto, nothing much, just chilling. Just came on here to say what's up to my peeps. I haven't seen y'all in a while. So I had to come up here and say hi. Well, I haven't seen y'all on my platform. I think I've been to other platforms and I've seen a couple of y'all, there or whatever, but there's some people I don't see unless I actually do a live. Um, but anyways, yeah, so like I thought that was a neat idea to do that because, a lot of people on their platforms are always just talking about drama or dramatic things. So we need some time to take out and be able to speak about something that's intellectual, maybe even positive. That movie right there had a few triggers in it. So if you um are easily triggered, you might not want to watch that movie because it has quite a few triggers in there. Um, Mainly if you suffer from PTSD or anxiety, something like that. It really gets your heart pumping watching that. And I suffer from both of those, but I like to test my limits. So, you know, I think it's a way of me coping with PTSD. So I push myself to the limit to see what I can and can't take. But even when I can't take something, I still push myself even farther because I want to be able to get over this. People say there's no cure for PTSD. It stays with you for the rest of your life, but I'm just hard headed and stubborn. I don't believe that. So, and I'm not going to accept that. So, yeah. Anyways, back at the subject at hand. Um, what I was saying was like, so if you all are interested in doing the movie review with us, then you could watch the movie. It's not that long, maybe an hour, hour and a half. It's a very good movie. If you're African American, I think you might enjoy it a lot because it kind of takes us back to our motherland and roots a little bit. Kind of showing you on how society was and the economy was back in the day as far as uh, slavery and interracial mixtures back then. Even though we weren't free, the slave owners would like to take the black women off, even if they were married and had women. They like to take the black women off and have sex with them. Um, you know, but I don't know. And that movie, you gotta watch it because a lot of stuff in that movie was not factual. It was just made up. Um, Let me see. whatever works. um, so yeah, that movie was interesting to me. So I just thought other people might find it interesting. Um, Sorry, I'm kind of tired. I've been running and ripping all day. I had an appointment earlier, and after that appointment, I had appointments with other people, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so tired." And then I had taken my hair down. I had it braided up into a ponytail, and I took it down and I oiled it, and I was so tired. Oh my gosh, y'all. I was so tired. I just left it wet and I had like kind of pat dried it and I just wrapped it up. I was like, you know what? Whatever, you know, but I still got to do my hair. So yeah. Hey, Simon and B and oh, hey, Shelby. Um, Mixed kids back then, my grandpa. Yeah, I have a lot of mixed races in my family. I have Mexican, I have white, I have black, I have Irish. We have Italian. Um, there was one more I can't think. Oh, Indian. How can I forget about the Indian? Um, I think did I say that? Whatever. Anyways, so out here in Oklahoma, where I live at, it's a Indian reservation. So where I particularly live at out here, um, so if you do have Indian and you go to get your roll number and how many it's a card and it has what tribe you're from and how much Indian you have inside you. And I have mine. I'm Muscogee Creek Indian, and I'm not gonna say my percentage, anyways. But yeah, um, I let's just say half and half. uh, my grandmother was full-blooded Indian, and my grandfather was African American and Irish. So yeah, I think that's why. Like, I don't know. I can drink some drinks. I don't want to be stereotypical, so I don't want to say that's why I can drink so good and like not get messed up for a while. But I'm a light drinker, so when I do drink, I do get tipsy really fast, but not to the point where I'm sloppy drunk and I can't control what I'm doing, or but anyways, I could drink a lot of people that normally drink maybe under the table, but as far as before I get sloppy drunk, I don't even really drink that much to get sloppy drunk like that. I don't like the feeling the next day when you wake up and you're like, damn, why did I drink all that? Like, I only had that happen to me maybe a couple times because I don't feel my drink until it's actually all the way through. Like, it's weird. We're trying to get ours. Oh yeah, Gigi. It's really easy. The electric bill is worth the Indian card alone. Out here, it's actually, you don't have to pay for it. If you have Indian in you, it's free out here. So maybe try, maybe if you have anybody in Oklahoma or anyone that has ties to someone in Oklahoma to try to get it for you. Uh, they have this book out here where you could go. It's like a museum, like kind of sort of, if you want to call it. It's a big book, and you look through it and you find your roll number by one of your older um, elders in your family. It depends on how far back it goes before you start to see the Indian. For me, it was easy because it's my grandmother, so I just had to go back just a little bit to find her roll number and everything like that, and tribe. So it's pretty easy if you're out here, but I don't know other places how they might do that or anything like that. Because when I was in California, I didn't never even knew that you could get an Indian card. I'm like, what? Indian card? Seriously? But it's like if you do have Indian in you, you would really want to get one of those though, especially if you live out here because hospital visits are free, dental is free. It's like your own insurance card. Like um, out in California, I know when you're young and before you turn age 25 or 21, they used to have the IEHP plan. That's not like what I'm talking about now, but I know it's sort of like what I'm trying to say, like the insurance where it's paid for, everything is paid for. Um, when I was younger, I was on it in California, and that's how I got my teeth done. Because I used to have a gap. A lot of people don't know about that, but I used to have a gap in between my teeth, and I don't have it anymore. I got it closed when I was quite young. My dentist was all like, "You want me to close that?" I'm like, I didn't know it was a problem, but so I said, "Yeah." Anyways, a lot of people was like, "Oh, I love my gap. I'm gonna keep it open," but my gap was, I mean, it was a gap. It was, yeah, you could fit a whole tooth in between there. So yeah, that was not appealing to me. So I had to get that closed. But anyways, see, you see how I veer off the conversation so easy? Like my brain is like a TV. It switches channels so fast, like it's crazy. But anyways, I think that's part of the anxiety and PTSD and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna self-diagnose, but um yeah, so sorry y'all. I'll keep on yawning. Kind of tired. I'm glad you have that card. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I have it too. So far, our oldest family member from Oklahoma. All Colorado too. Yeah. Colorado, you know what? I've always been trying to think about. I've always been thinking about moving to Colorado. I'm not just for because they have the weed and whatever, but also, well, no, that's not Colorado, is it? I think it is. Hold on. I was laying on my arm. The feeling was going away from my hand. When I was smaller, I could lay on my arm and not worry about the feeling going out of it. But now that I'm thicker, shoot, can't lay on my arm too long. I didn't sucked all the dang circulation out of my arm. Feeling numb. But so yeah, today, I don't know why my voice is so shaky, but today was one of those days where, you know, woke up this morning and I wasn't feeling really good, and took me a minute to get up and get ready and do what I had to do for myself. But when I actually got to moving, I feel a little bit better. But right now, I still feel a little bit weak. And no, it's not the COVID. My doctor listened to my lungs and he said they sound excellent. And um, like when we go to our appointments out here, you have to put your face mask on. Like a lot of people, a lot of businesses are not like making it mandatory for you to wear your face mask in their business. But really, what I think they should though. A lot of people say they don't like wearing it because it hurts their face or they can't breathe. They feel like they can't breathe with it on, which I can understand people that are claustrophobic. Maybe they don't like that, but it's for our own good. Um, Also the washing hands and all that, like just taking precautions early before preventative cautions, so that you won't be able to catch it if someone happens to be um one of those that carry it but don't have any symptoms or anything like that. My doctor, like today, I thought like he was sitting so far away from me. I'm like, hello, can you hear me over there? But I was like, this dude, but when it came to the exam part where they have to examine you, I mean, he scooted like really close in my face. I was like, okay, now you can get back now. 6 feet, 6 feet, doctor. I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that. But yeah, so I was thinking like, can you back up? But I'm kind of funny like that though. I don't like anybody in my face really. And like I can barely do hugs to people. Even when we were able to hug each other, I'm like, I'm so awkward when somebody gives me a hug. I just kind of stand there all stiff with my arms to the side, like, okay, when is this over? But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just weird like that. But yeah, so I think it should be mandatory that people have to wear their mask, you know, out in public when they're it's more people, like four or more people. Like I say, like if you're in a household with a family member and you go out in public with them, okay, that's fine because you're closed in the house together anyways. But if it's going to be someone that's not in the same household as you and you're all getting together, I think that it should be social distancing still and wearing your protective mask just in case, just to be cautious, because a lot of people think that the COVID isn't real, but it's very much real. Hey, lovely love. She said, me too. I thought I was the only one. It's mandatory there. Oh, okay. Crystal says I do the same thing. I have anxiety. I switch back and forth. Just saying. Oh, okay. Hey, Crystal. Yeah. I thought I was the only one because I feel like really weird when I do that. But I'm glad to find out that I'm not the only one. But like, it's weird because having PTSD is kind of strange because like you have certain triggers you don't even know that are triggers. Like somebody drops something really loud and it makes a big noise. It's like you either get angry, you get frightened. Like people say might think that's just normal. Like anybody make a loud noise. No, it's really not. It's not. It's not normal. It's like, oh, your daughter recovered. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. That's a blessing. I'm sorry she had to go through that, but I'm glad that she recovered from it. That's a blessing. Crystal. Um, I hope that your name is Crystal. I'm just saying Crystal because I see CRYS. I don't like touchy feely or hugs either. Yes, simply I react to. Yeah, I don't like that. It's just like, don't touch me, don't touch me. But yeah, so it took me a long while for me to let like my family members, people close to me, even get near me because it's like a trigger for me, I guess. And we know how people walk up behind you and they poke you in the side. I hate that so bad. Like, oh, I will freak out. I will be like, don't freaking touch me, please. Like, and people look at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm just playing. Like, no, don't play with me like that. I hate it. I hate being poked in the side. I don't know where people get that from anyways. Like, what? Why are you touching me? Why are you poking me? Like, I hate that. I even hate the button on Facebook that says poke you. Like, I'm like, what is this button even for? Like, get out of here. I see your ass on Facebook. I don't care that you on Facebook, but you ain't got to come and push that button poke and then it says poke back. Like, what are we doing here, huh? Nah, but anyways, Crystal says thank you. She turns 21 tomorrow. Oh, she's young and didn't have a bad case. Yep, it's Crystal. Thank y'all. Oh, okay. I hate being touched on my shoulders. I want to fight. I know. That's how I am. I'm like, get away from me. Like people be looking like it's not that serious. No, yes, it is that serious. Like, don't touch me. But it's funny because in high school, I used to be self-conscious because I was thick, really thick. In high school, I was like, I don't know, I just had a growth spurt, and I was thick in like my thighs and my butt and my legs. Like I was thick, like a nice thick. But I would wear jeans all the time, and my jeans would be really tight on me. And I remember going to a field trip one day. I was holding my jeans by the belt loops, and I was holding them like just I had my fingers in the loops, and I was just standing there on a field trip. And this girl walked up behind me and she thumped my fingers. Like she was like, "Why are you holding your belt loops? Stop being so self-conscious and let people see what you got because you have a nice body and blah blah blah." And I'm like, I got so mad at her. Like I got heated. I was so mad for like the whole field trip. I didn't even enjoy the field trip. I was so mad. Like I don't even know why I was that mad at her. Like I was like, this bitch just thumped me like I'm a child. Like I can put my fingers through my loops if I want to. Like I got so mad at that. I still to this day don't even know why I got that mad at her. But I didn't like her after that. I didn't like her at all. And like just thinking about it right now, I'm like, I'm still mad about it. Like years later. um, but yeah, I don't know why she did that either. Like, don't touch me, girl. Like what? What? I can touch my own pants. Like I don't know. She was just like, I guess, because she was older than me too. And like, I used to, because I got skipped up because I was smart. So I got skipped up. So I was with older girls. But that just made me so irritated. I've been to a lot of places though. I went whale watching when I was younger. I went on a boat. We went into the middle of the ocean. I got sick for a little while, but then I got used to it. So like we was on there for maybe 3 hours, but like we saw a whale too. And when I tell you these whales, like they're huge. A boat has nothing on a whale. Like it looked like the whale was like right by our boat, right? It was under us. And standing on the boat looking over off the side, if you jumped off the side onto the whale's back, you could walk for days. Like it was like an island, like for real. Like I would never forget the scene that I saw that day. Like, and they were like blowing the water out their blowholes and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, if we went on top of this well and it just decided to do a flip or, stick its head up or stick its fin out or whatever they call them, um, we it would totally knock us over. Like we would be in the water. This boat would just be on its back, like upside down. And it just frightened me just to have that thought. Like I would never do that now that I'm older. I would not go whale watching, but when I was younger, I just did a lot of stuff like went to the Getty's, well, it was Getty's Museum, I think it's called, in California. The governor's mansion. We went to, it was some towers. It was like a skyscraper. It was a skyscraper out there. And I went to the way top and I actually looked down. I got so dizzy and lightheaded. Like if you go all the way up on a skyscraper and you look down, you better not be standing too close to the edge because you will fall. I don't know what it is, but the human brain just, it plays tricks on you. So like you're that high and you look, I guess that's how those people that paint the towers and they're way up there, I guess the number one rule must be not to look down. When you look down, it's all over with. Like your body tells you that you're falling when you know you're not falling, but it just gives you a sense of falling and you get dizzy and lightheaded. It's weird, but neat, but scary too. Yes. Hey, Gemini, how are you? I have so many quirks. I am the same. Yeah, Crystal, it's like they try to label us as being weird or, strange, but it's really not that. It's like people have boundaries. A lot of people have boundaries, and some of them you just don't cross. So when you set healthy boundaries for yourself, you just have to voice them and let other people know what boundaries you've set. Because if you don't, they'll just keep crossing them, and then they make you upset when they do. But you really can't be upset because you didn't set any boundaries. You didn't let a person know the boundaries that you set for them not to cross. So I had to also learn that too. So when I get around people now and I'm like, don't hug me, don't walk up on me. Like that's the number one thing I be telling people. Don't walk up on me. Like if you walk up on me, I'm liable to knock your ass out because I don't like when people walk up like the back of me and you're so quiet and you're sneaking up and you're like, hey, what you doing? Like I hate that. Like do not do that to me. I hate it. Like I'm gonna tell y'all this story, but don't judge me. I was in my house one day and I think I was doing something. I think I was cleaning. I might have been doing the dishes or I was cleaning something. And my cousin likes to play a lot. She likes to play. She likes to walk up behind you and smack you on the like butt or the legs or she just does stupid stuff all the time. And I was cleaning and she walked up behind me and she was like, boo, like, like she'll walk up and she'll do that. Like she'll sneak up on you and then yell or something or just something stupid. And I turned around and I smacked her with like, I tried to smack her with the back of my hand, but I don't know how it happened, but the fork was turned. I really didn't mean to do this, but the fork was turned outward and I I stabbed her in the nose with the fork. And to this day she has like a permanent, like it looks like she has a piercing in her nose, but she doesn't. It's like a hole like right there in her nose. It's not too big, it's just like a dent. Yeah, a dent in her nose. But like that's why I tell people, it's dangerous for you to do that to somebody who has triggers because they will react without thinking. It's just natural to react. So yeah, I accidentally stabbed her with the fork, but it was an accident and I still stand by that. Like they to this day they're like, how could you stab your own cousin with a fork? Why would you do that? And I'm like, it was an accident because it really was a reaction to, her sneaking up behind me. But people still don't believe it. They're just like, yeah, right. But I know what it was. In my head, it was a reaction. I stay plotting on killing my husband because of him playing. Oh my goodness, Crystal. I am big on boundaries, very big. Yes, me too. Lesson learned, don't mess with everybody, just saying. That's right, Shelby. Not judging at all. I feel you. at my mom's funeral, I requested no hugging. Family thinks I'm crazy. No, I mean, people don't understand. Like, that's a trigger for some people. Like, no touching. Stop. Don't touch me. And it's not that, like, people say, oh, they must have had something happen to them that somebody touched them or something, like, no, it's not that. It's just the way you feel. Like if you feel like you don't want to be hugged, you don't want to be bothered, or you just don't like that, you don't like that. Like, everybody don't like hugs. Like, and me and you happen to be those kind of people that don't like hugs. And it's not like you had a bad childhood or something, or you're just not, a loving person, because I love to death. I have a very loving heart, I believe, you know, and you know, but like if I had a child or something, maybe I would be able to hug them, with no problem. I don't know. I don't have any kids, but something like that, I'm not going to have a problem with that. But as far as like random people or people just coming up to hug you, like, it's weird to me. It's like, who invented hugs anyways? Like, who made this up? Who made up for people to wrap their hands around people and just stand there for a whole second? Like, awkward. Nah, but and especially, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm not well endowed in the breast area. And when a woman walks up to me with huge boobs and they hug me and their boobs are just laying on my chest, like, ugh, ugh, like, ugh. Get back, please. Get your big ass breast off my chest. Like, my fiance looking at me like I'm crazy. But seriously, like, ugh, I don't like hugs because they can throw off a evil spirit on me. Sometimes that's what I think. Right? You can't let everybody touch you, though. You really can't. You can't let everybody lay hands on you. You can't let everybody touch you for real. Because transfer of emotions and transfer of spirits is real. They really are. It's really real. It's not just this realm that we're living in. We're also living between realms. Like, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but like it's a spiritual warfare, instead of like, it's things that we can't see that we fight against every day, that we don't realize it, you know. Um, be right back, guys. Okay, you're right though. It's different with kids. They are like me. We have like a one hug limit. Now my grandson can have all the love. Oh, yeah. See, and it's weird because like certain people I'm okay. Like little kids, I'm okay. You can give me a hug. That's cool because they're innocent. They don't have, no bad whatever mojo you want to say, whatever on them. So y'all good. But like, so like Lovely Love said, people they can transfer like evil spirits onto you. They really can. Like, I'm not really big into the like spiritual realm or whatever, like that. I don't really believe in witchcraft and stuff. I don't not really believe in it. I don't believe in it at all. Like, at all. But as far as transfer of emotions and stuff like that, I do believe that that's real. Like, you can do that. Um like I said, the brain can play tricks on you. And um like if somebody is like, I don't know, like I had a friend that she loves snakes, right? She loves having pet snakes all the time. Like, she has a pet snake right now. And I'm like, ugh, she lets that thing slither all in her shirt and out her shirt. And it's just disgusting to me. Like, when she starts playing with that thing, I'm gone. I don't even go in her house. Like, I'll stand outside the door. Especially one day she was playing around and she was like, oh, my snake got out. I was like, okay, bye. Like, I'm not even coming over there. Like, seriously, you're playing with a damn snake. Dang, my daughter called and I'll be right back. Okay, lovely. Exactly. I may have just really dropped down, but I see how you are on YouTube and you have a nice energy about you. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. I really do. Um, but like, I feel like, oh, hold on, y'all. Let me see something real quick. I'm sorry. I have to look at something real quick. Okay, okay. Sorry, I had to look at something. I thought my eyes was playing tricks on me. I'm like, what? But yeah, y'all. So I mean, I hate to be judged as being a weirdo, but like I said, like some things just bother me, and then the things that you think that should bother me don't bother me. It's weird. I've always been that kind of person. Like, the littlest things just make me tick, But yeah, that's just me. Hey, what can I say? But yeah, like I was saying, like so if a person is having a bad day, maybe, and they're not feeling like, I don't know, even with words, like if a person say something to you that doesn't sit right with you or whatever, it can change your whole day. Like it can make you irritated and frustrated, and then all of a sudden you're just feeling like you're really down and out that day. That's why I believe in transfer of emotions, because it's a real thing. Big things don't same. Yeah, because I always said that. Like I always said that I don't know why the little things that shouldn't bother me bothers me, and the big things that should bother me don't bother me at all. I'm like, oh, that's not a big deal. It's okay. It's cool. And I'm always trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like, if somebody comes to me and say something like, oh, this person is, I'm sorry, this person is that way, this way. I'll think like, let me see for myself. Let me figure this out for myself. I always go based upon what I believe and not what somebody else's belief is. So earlier when we were talking about racism, and I really feel like it's a thin line between racism and dislike. Like a person can dislike something about someone and not be racist just because they're a different race. You know, or if they agree with somebody who is racist, doesn't necessarily make them a racist. um not I'm not saying that if they agree on what they said that was racist, but if they agree with somebody on a certain aspect of what how they feel about certain things not having to do with race at all, but if you agree with them doesn't make necessarily mean you're a racist. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you guys were there when we had this conversation, this would make sense right now. But as far as I'm concerned, like I don't sit over here and pull the race card all the time. I don't pull it. I rarely pull it. Like if somebody's over here cussing me out and they're not calling me the N word, they're just cussing me out and they're telling me how they feel about me and they're a different race. Okay, they're upset. They're mad at something I did. Fine. I'm not gonna sit over here and say, "Oh, you're a racist because you don't agree with me, because you don't like me, because you're arguing with me." I'm not gonna do that. And it's so many people that pull that card so much that people soon to get confused on what is really being racist and what's just plain not liking what a person is doing or what they're about, you know. And I was trying to make that clear earlier. I don't know if I made it clear, but I was trying to voice that as far as speaking on the subject that was at hand or whatever earlier. But the ladies that I were talking to, they're very smart ladies, and I know they understand the difference between someone being racist and someone just plain, being ignorant, I guess, in a sense of not knowing, that what they say may be perceived as being racist. But one thing that just it stood out to me is if a person is speaking right and they say something like, "Oh, let me see. Like I didn't agree with how Astara did what she did, but I can't say she meant harm. I was there but didn't jump." Oh, Crystal, you were there? I always have to see for myself. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, okay, the thing that I was saying about that is like when Ostara was talking in her live, I was listening to her, and one thing that she said, because I like Ostara, in the conversation, because after watching it made me feel like I wasn't wanted there, so I left. Oh wow, I'm so sorry you felt like that, Crystal, because no one should be feeling like that. I don't care what the subject is. They shouldn't make anyone feel like they don't belong, because anywhere you go, you should feel welcomed. I don't care what a person personally feels about a certain situation. They shouldn't lay it off on all, people that are in that race. I'm white as well. I could see that, Crystal. I could tell. But that doesn't bother me at all. I don't care what race you are. Everyone's welcome in my life. I love everybody the same. So simply, I truly appreciate and respect you for being open minded and not judging by color of someone's skin or judge all because of one's action. Yeah, that's not right. We shouldn't do that. Everybody has an opinion and they're entitled to it. And what I was saying earlier is, we have to be open minded. We have to look at the source before we judge what we think. Because you really don't know where a person's coming from until you really understand what they're saying. When Ostar said, I supported all of those ladies, I'm so sorry about that, Crystal. I really am. Like I can understand what you're saying too. But like a lot of people get mad at that word, you people, you all. But sometimes a person's not meaning it when they say you people, they're saying like the people that are within the sector, or like the group of people that may have had a issue or something like that. They're not meaning you people as in the certain race. And them that like they might say to me, oh, you're just trying to sugarcoat things, you're just trying to stick up for them, and you're defending them, so that makes you ignorant. Because I was called ignorant, I really was. I was called ignorant, and I don't believe I'm ignorant at all, really. I don't. Like I said, I was skipped up when I was a child, and I graduated top of my class with a 4.0 GPA. And also I have certifications. I'm certified in business office technology and medical terminology, but I just didn't decide to take it anywhere. So yeah, I just stayed right there. But and I can do I can I work with computers very well. I don't want to say what all I can do, because some of the things I can do aren't legal, but I don't do them. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about a certain situation and someone happens to word it out of context, and I'm not gonna straight up jump and say, oh, look the way she said that, she's racist. That's because she didn't word what she was saying right, or it sounds like she was meaning it this way or that way. I'm not gonna sit over there and do that, because that's you assuming, that's you jumping to conclusions. You need to sit over there and ask the person, what do they mean? Can you explain it to me? Can you explain what you meant first? And then if they explain to me and say, I just plain don't like black people, then I can see you saying, hey, you know what? You don't like black people. Why? And break it down to me. Why? What is it that you don't like about black people? But this is not the case. This did not happen like that. This person didn't say plain out that I don't like black people. I agree with him. I don't like black people like he doesn't. And I think it's okay for him to call y'all that and all that. That didn't happen. That didn't go down at all. So to me, I feel like if a person wants to be angry with you, they're going to be angry with you. They're going to find something to be angry with you about, and they're going to stick to it because they want to be angry with you. They don't want to see your side, and that's just how it is for some people. Um, Let me see. I actually unsubbed from a couple of people when I heard how they feel. Right. Just speaking in generalities. Sorry, I can't say that. Board statement. I was called racist for saying y'all, and I'm from the South. See, that's crazy right there. Simply, I've seen you everywhere. It's obvious you're not ignorant. I have respect for the way you handled yourself. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. No, it's just like, because I have a mixture in my family. Like I said, my nephews are half white, half black. Their mother is white and their father is black, my brother. And like we hang around their family all the time, and some of them don't like black people. They really don't. Like one actually came up to me and said, I don't like black guys, but I like the black girls because they're cool. The black guys think they're all that and blah blah blah. And I didn't say anything. I just said, well, I don't know why you would feel that way, but that's your business. You can feel whatever. I can't change how, like I was saying yesterday, I can't change how a person feels about me, nor can I change how they feel about my race. I can just stand on my feet and tell them what I will and won't put up with, what I what they won't, what I won't allow them to say to me or whatever, or treat me a certain way. But as far as me trying to change them, I can't do that. Only God can do that. Only God can touch a person's heart to change them. But when a person isn't genuinely racist, it hurts when someone calls them racist. It hurts when someone calls them a skinhead because they decide to shave their head. You know, to me, when I see a female that had long, pretty hair and they shave it all off, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what race you are. When you shave your head, sometimes I feel like it has to do with mental, like um not racist at all. I think it's mentally, like maybe you're disturbed a little bit. I'm not saying Star is. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying like Tamar Braxton. She was going through something. Her first sign was her shaving her head. Then she had her suicide attempt. Britney Spears, she shaved her head, then she had her mental breakdown. That is like a sign pointing up to a mental breakdown. And I've noticed that in a lot of people that shave their head. And then some people shave their head just for the hell of it because it's too hot. They don't like hair on their head because it's itchy. It feels, they hate it. They don't like the feeling, and that's their business. They can do that. They have every right. It's their head. They can shave it if they want to. Hell, you can shave your whole body, wax your whole body if you want to. What am I to tell you you can't do that? Who am I to judge you for doing that and calling you a skinhead or calling you racist just because you decided to change your appearance? That's ignorant. That is ignorant right there. Um, Let me see. Some nitpick every word just because they want to do the black and white thing. Right. That's right. That's right. I wanted to say that our word for people that aren't is extremely hurtful. That's right. Yes, it is. Nitpicking every word during that conversation just to keep the mess going. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt that too. I feel like if you want to resolve something, you're going to listen to the person who you are upset with, and you're going to try to understand why they said it. You're going to be accepting and open-minded, and why she said that she doesn't think that Jason wasn't racist. Well, why don't you think that when he said this or he did this, you would ask questions before you jump on that person. You would try to see why they necessarily think this way. And then when they do tell you why they think this way, it's their right. They can think however they want to. It's our God-given free will to feel how we want to do. I mean, feel how we want to feel and do what we want to do. It's our God-given right. I just feel like, as long as a person's not straight out coming to me and calling me that word, or coming to me and saying, hey, I have a problem with your race because I think y'all are all ignorant. Y'all have this, y'all have that, y'all do this, y'all do that. If they're not straight doing that, I'm not going to sit over here and call them out and say, I really don't like you because this, and that. I really feel like I don't care what skin color you are, what your past was like, as far as generational past with family members or whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever your great grandfather or great grandmother may have thought about a certain race. I'm not going to sit over here and hold you accountable for that just because, maybe a person might have said, oh, well, my great great grandfather was racist, like, okay. I don't really want to say too much because I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't know how to put it. I just don't know how to word it. I don't want to, because some things I say are taken out of context, and people think that I'm trying to that I hate my own self, my own race, and that I'm self-loathing. That's what I was called to, a self-loathing person. But it's not like that at all. I'm proud to be an African American woman, and that doesn't mean that just because I'm proud to be an African American woman that I put down the next race and say that they're not proud of their race. They have a right to be proud of who they are too. There's limits to this thing. Like, it's like when I look at a person, I look beyond their spirit of their soul. And when I can't see them face to face, I listen to the speech that comes out of their heart, that comes out of their mouth, because that's what we need to judge people by, not their appearance, but like Martin Luther King says, the content of their character. What kind of character do they have inside? What are they about? What do they stand for? Let me see. Crystal says, I have long, thick, curly hair and I do nothing with it but keep it in top of my head because it's a lot. Yeah, like, and you have a right to do that because it's your hair. It saddened me because my mother dedicated her life to helping others and keeping me away from hate towards anyone. Exactly. None of us got to choose our race. We are all colored. God made us. That's right. And God makes no mistakes. And he made people who they are for a reason. And when it comes to us as a human race, the human, kind, the mankind, we are all made in God's image. And we know that because it says that in the word. We are all made in God's image. So we're really not different from each other. It's just skin pigmentation. When you leave this earth, you become a spirit just like everyone else. This is a shell that we're living in. This is a shell of a body. The flesh is a shell. It's only temporary. So you can't, like, why judge someone off of their shell, off of what their spirit, their soul is dwelling inside of? Like, it's not them necessarily. It's a part of them right now when we're in the first flesh form, but it's not them as a person. Them as a person is inside that shell. The person that is speaking, the person that, like everybody has decisions that they need to make every day. Like when you wake up, when you first wake up out your sleep, you decide what you're going to do next. Okay, can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Did y'all lose sound or just me? Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. But hi, Lady T. I think I had said that before I got cut off. Let me read what Crystal says. I have never disliked anyone over their race, belief, sexual preference. I go by how I'm treated by that person. That's right. That's what we're supposed to do. It it's what we are as a person, not side, not the outside. That's right. Exactly. That's how I was raised too, as simply, hey, hello, the T. Did y'all lose sound or it's just me or not no sound? Yeah, can y'all hear me now? Is the sound back? I see my little bubble moving, but I don't know if the sound came back. I don't know why StreamYard does this. When you get on a certain subject, it wants to start acting iffy. Ugh. Okay, let me check and see if I can hear myself. Let me put it on this screen. Hold on. Let me see. Is it still no sound? Crap. This thing always messing up every time, every time, every time. Let's see. Okay. Can y'all? Okay, y'all can hear me now? Okay, let me pause this on my TV so I won't have any feedback. I can hear you now. My daughter called, so I had to. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. So what I was saying was like, now I forgot what I was saying, but what I was really meaning, like, as far as saying saying something that can that will offend someone, that's not what we want to do. We want to be open minded. We want to be able to ask questions first. And if you're going to jump to a conclusion about someone, wait till you actually know for sure that that's how that person feels. Because I feel like when a star got silent, when she didn't say anything, I feel like she didn't say anything for a reason, because she felt as though, and I already voiced this in another live too, so I know they already know what I'm about to say, that she was going to be ambushed because it was all African American women around her, surrounding her on that panel. So if she would have slipped up and said one thing that was misconstrued, then we would have maybe jumped down her throat for it. And I can understand, like, you have to put yourself in someone else's shoes before you can really understand them. You have to look at it from all angles. Like I said, we have to put ourselves in Ostar's shoes and figure out if what how we're coming at her is so aggressive that it scared her from saying anything. And I understand when people say, well, speak your piece, say how you feel about that, say how you feel about what we're saying to you. But at the same time, you're thinking maybe, I mean, a lot of people aren't built for tough, and I'm not saying that she's not tough and she doesn't have a backbone, but a lot of people are not built like, they're not, let me see how to say this. They're not, crap. I want to use the right word, because I don't want to say they're not bold and they're not boisterous like that, because I don't want to make it seem like, I don't want to make it seem like to Ostar that I'm saying that she's any of this. So let me put that out there right now. Ostar, this is speaking in general, not exact, not straightforward to you, straight at you, or about you. I'm just using it as an example of what happened. But when a lot of people don't speak up for themselves, it's because they're shy-hearted. They're maybe they don't want to make anything more than it is, like more add insult to injury. How about that? They don't want to add insult to injury. With all due respect, simply a sweetheart. Hold on, let me see. She came on my live for tough when she addressed it. Yeah, okay. See, I understand that, because I like I said earlier, I seen that her and Reed had issues. I noticed that from text messages they shared between each other. I noticed that they had some personal words that were said back and forth. Um, yes, confident. That's what I want to say. Confident. That's the word, Gemini. Thank you. They had some personal words that were kind of, you know, um, words that would upset each other, said back and forth between each other. So what I was asking was, if they knew Ostar like we did, if they talked to her like me and Lovely Love do on a daily basis, and got to know her and everything, would they still feel like she was being racist, or would they understand how she speaks and knows how she talks, so they would understand that she's not being racist, she's just voicing her opinion, or that she's entitled to 100%, you know, because every time I speak to Ostar, she's nothing but respectful. She even calls us Miss. You could be 25 years old and she's going to call you Miss, you know. So that's one thing I noticed about Ostar when I first met her on YouTube, that she's really respectful. And I don't think that she was trying to offend anyone, but at the same time, you know, like I said, we're all agreed to, we're all entitled to our opinion. So sorry, we're all entitled to our opinion. So if a person thinks that maybe what she said was kind of harsh, or they feel like it was being racist, or they feel like she shouldn't have been taken up for Jason, they have the right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, me knowing Ostar on a daily basis and talking to her daily and getting to know her, I would have to say that I feel like what she was doing, maybe she like, because Reed said, oh, she's old enough to know what she's doing. She's been on here for a while to know exactly what she's saying and all this kind of stuff. But sometimes y'all gotta be more open-minded and really look behind what a person is saying before you judge them, because maybe, just maybe, and I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, maybe that she didn't know what she was going to say was going to cause that much of an uproar. Because I really believe if she knew that it was going to cause this much of an uproar, she wouldn't have ever said it. But see, we can't come at a person so hard to where they don't even want to voice their own opinion, that they don't even want to, so if we're coming at her like this right now because she voiced her opinion about how she feels about Jason, what makes us think that she's going to defend that now? That she's going to tell you why she said that? Because she's probably, scared out of her mind. Like, if I say anything else, I'm going to add insult to injury, and it's going to be even worse, But what I do agree with is that maybe she should have voiced her opinion, because she had me and Lovely Love there, which we're unbiased about the situation because we're friends of both sides. I mean, like we have no problem on both sides of the fence. Like Lady T, we have nothing but respect for you, and you have a great channel. And Ostara, we have nothing but respect for you, and you have a great channel. So, we feel like the same about both of y'all. Let me read some of these comments. I'm sorry. I know that I'm missing comments. I was also not in agreement with how and when she came on Lady T's live, but she knew that on my end, I was told by several people in my life, people are going to feel how they feel about me just because I'm me. For some people, their minds are made up, in my opinion. That's right. And I'm not saying necessarily that Lady T's mind is made up about, well, nowadays, I guess that I heard her say more than one time, even if she does, come and say that she's sorry and that, she didn't mean it that way, then it really wouldn't mean a thing, because she's just doing that now because it was brought to the attention of others, and now she's trying to save face. But which I can understand where she's coming from when she thinks that way, because I would think the same thing, if I had got upset with a person and then they changed their whole opinion about a certain situation. About, like, if I say something about somebody, I'm going to stand with that no matter what. I don't care if a person doesn't agree with me. I don't care if a person gets upset with me. If I believe something, I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to stand on that, and I'm going to take it to my grave that I believe that, and that's just how I believe it. This is just how I am. I'm not changing it for nobody, especially if I really believe in something. I'm not changing it for, I don't care who you are. I'm just not going to change it. So yeah, I can understand what you're saying by if she changes how she feels now and say, oh, I wasn't saying that. I don't like him at all. And I don't believe that, I believe he is a big racist, and, he's this and that, like, okay, so why would you change up now? But I didn't see her do that. I'm just saying, I can understand what you mean by that. I respect you as well, Cynthia, sweetheart. Thank you. I feel like she shouldn't have tried to explain herself. Oh yeah, I feel like she made her position very clear. I respect that. Yeah, well, Gemini, as far as her trying to explain herself, I mean, I'm not saying that she needed to get on there and explain herself. I'm just saying that maybe if her and Lady T were friends to begin with, and if you are genuinely friends, I know that everybody say this is just YouTube. It's not really friendship. It's not really this and that. We're all human. We all got feelings. I don't care how many times you try to twist it and say that, oh, it's nothing. This is nothing to me. Y'all are just people. Okay, everybody in your life is just people that you see every day and you talk to. Pay. So if I'm genuinely your friend and I have something that you don't agree with about me, or that I have said, I feel like I should be able to come to you, and we should be able to come to an understanding about why I said what I said and how I feel, why I feel that way. Not necessarily explaining myself to you, but just let me see, giving you an idea of how I may think about a certain situation or how I feel about something. Like I'm not, it's not like cowering down and trying to explain yourself, out of it or whatever. It's not that. It's just telling a person where you were coming from about the situation. Like earlier, I asked Ostara to wait to do her live because I would like to have been there so I could talk about it, because, blessed are the peacemakers, for real. If you are a peacemaker, you are very blessed, because you try to create peace in between people. And you want peace. You don't want issues. You don't want problems. You don't want drama, because it shortens your life. It really does. Whenever you're in a lot of mess and always in drama and all that, it shortens the days of your life. So in order to live a peaceful life and to be at peace with yourself, because forgiveness is not about the next person. It's about you. It's for you. When you forgive a person, it's for you. Because if we don't forgive people, God won't forgive us. So when you speak about distance yourself from that person, as long as in your heart genuinely you forgave that person, that's enough, because you've done your part and it's off of your chest now. It's off of your hands. It's no longer under you. It's no longer a burden on you. So when I wanted, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to be able to maybe have Lady T and Ostara again together on one panel, and so that they could, you know, maybe just have peace, like it wouldn't be nothing there. Like, as far as if she felt this way and you felt this way about a certain situation, then let it be that. But as far as keep going back and forth about the situation, like it's going to change anything, it's not going to change anything, because if that's the way that she feels, she's going to continue to feel that way. And it's not our duty to try to make her feel any other type of way. And it's not really healthy to carry a grudge on someone for the way that they feel about a certain situation on either end. I believe that when she spoke and she said what she said, and I don't necessarily, like Reed said, if I wasn't there, I don't know what happened actually to the T. I don't know what happened, right to the meat and potatoes of what started this or whatever. I don't know. And I don't, because I was not there when it happened. Hey SJ, how are you, sis? Thank you for coming. Let me see. I think I missed some. Carrie. Hey Carrie. Hey Fair Exchange. I think I missed some posts. Let me see. Heck, Ness was just saying she wasn't racist and was supporting him. Oh, she was saying he wasn't racist and was supporting him, but now he has made her mad, and she's saying she see now that he's racist. Yeah, see, Ostara is a sweet person, and people have to understand and be able to explain their expressions. We need to forgive and forget. I don't do drama in my real life, nor any kind on social media. I try not to either. I put try in there because I try not to. If it comes towards me, I'm here for it, and I'm with it. I'm with that smoke. No, I'm just playing. No, but seriously, if a person wants me to tell them why I feel a certain way that I feel, or why I said a certain thing that I said, I'm going to let them know. Plain and simple. I mean, we can't. It's not like I'm going to get a spanking. It's not like you can touch me over through social media. So I'm going to stick on what I say. And even if you could, I'm still going to speak up for myself, because that's our God-given right to say how we feel and to express ourselves in whatever kind of way we want to. But as far as if someone is blatantly just downright racist and they're just saying nasty, vulgar things all the time, and calling out the name, and out of my name, and trying to make me feel downgraded because of my skin tone or something like that. No, that's unacceptable. I'm not going to hang around that person. I'm not going to talk to that person. You go your way and I'll go my way. And some people, they do feel like that. They feel like, oh, you don't like a certain race because of what you said, so I'm not dealing with you no more. Which they have the right to say that too. They have the right to deal with whoever. If you feel a certain way in your heart about someone and they're giving you vibes that you don't like, you have a right to say, no, I don't want to be in your presence. I don't want you to be in my life. I don't want you to be around me. You have that right. At this point, as simply a sweetheart, is there really anything she could do? From what I heard, let me see. From what I heard, all I'm saying is really just, it is what it is. Live and let live. Yeah, right. Yeah, Crystal. And I kind of felt that way too. Like, whatever she says from right now, I guess it really wouldn't mean a thing, because when we're set on how we feel about a certain situation, then we're just set that way. Nothing's going to change our mind, and nothing's going to change it that she says to make it better. So just let it go. Just let it flow. Yeah, but nowadays I find people aren't giving that freedom. It's sad. That's right, SJ. They're really not. They're not. And that's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying. Like when a person speaks their opinion about something, or they feel so strongly about something and someone disagrees with them, it's like a big old, you know, mess. Like, oh, you can't say that because I don't agree with you. And how dare you say that? You know, who am I to tell a person how dare they say that? Unless they're just, like I said, downright disrespectful. I have a right to say, get out of my chat, get out of my presence, leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you no more. I'm good. You know, I have a right to say that. And when I do say that, if I block you every time you come in because I don't like the way that you came at me, then that's my right to do that. It's deeper than that. I think you'll understand me better when I interview Miss Olsen on Wednesday. I'm gonna be there too, Lady T. I'm gonna be there. I really will. Hey, Talent. Hey, Langston. Um, you're a content creator, though. I'm just a subscriber. If something is going on I don't like or agree with, I just click off and go on about my business. I can't do stress from strangers, especially. I understand what you're saying, Gemini. I really do. Talent, where have you been hiding? And hey, how are you all? But yeah, I understand that too. Like if you're not a content creator and you're just a supporter, then yeah, you just click off and go to the next person. You don't watch them. But if we are content creators and we're trying to put out a positive statements and positive outlooks on certain things, and just positivity and not negativity like most of these content creators do these days, then if we are making our page about positive things, then we need to stick with that. Like, we don't need to be deterred because how we feel personally about what someone says, because we're always going to take something personal. I don't care what it is. You could take something personal from the same, like if I come in a chat room and I say, I don't like y'all because y'all, like I use the word y'all, and there's like a lot of people in the chat. Like, I'm automatically it's gonna be assumption that I'm speaking about everybody in that chat because I said y'all. I didn't necessarily point out solo who I'm talking about or what type of people I'm talking about. I just say y'all. I straight up say y'all. I don't like y'all because blah blah blah. So everybody in that chat's gonna assume I'm talking about them, correct? So when you come and you say something, especially when you're addressing a group of people, sometimes you have to be clear. You have to put clarification behind what you're saying and make it clear on what you're speaking about. Because when you say you people, when you start off a sentence, say you people, get on my nerves. And then they know that half of the sector consists of African American people. The African American people are going to say, hey, what do you mean you people? Who are you talking about? So that's why I always feel like when you speak and articulate what you're saying clearly, like make it known on what you're speaking about. Then we can avoid kind of situations like this. And like she said, I might not know exactly how deep it really is until I see what's really happening, what really happened, because I still don't know what live this happened on. I haven't watched the replay on it, but I'm pretty sure if I do watch it, I'll probably understand a little bit better. You people is way different than y'all. Well, I'm saying you people and y'all because you all and you people, it kind of is the same thing when you're speaking in a group of people. Like, you're saying you all and you're saying you people. Like, I really didn't never understand why a person couldn't start their sentence off by saying you people, and without a group of a race of people getting mad about it and taking it to the heart. When a person can mean, if we have a mixture of people, like right now we have whites and blacks inside this chat room right now. If I say you people or y'all, aren't y'all all gonna think I'm talking about all of y'all? Because you all and you people is, yes, it's basically the same thing, fair exchange. So when I'm speaking, when I'm addressing a group of people, I need to be specific on whatever, however you want to say it, specific, on who I'm speaking to, whom I'm talking about. Like, if I have a problem with people who let's say yell, people who yell. And there's people in this chat room that are not known for yelling, and they're quiet and shy, laid back. I'm not gonna address and say you people get on my nerves. Y'all always yelling. I'm gonna say the people that are loudmouth, the people that yell all the time, y'all get on my nerves because blah blah blah. I'm going to be I can't say the dang word. I'm going to be clear on who I'm talking about so that I won't offend the whole group of people that I'm speaking to. You know, it's just how you say things these days, for real, because some people really do look into things deeply. There you got some people who just they listen and they speak. You got people who listen to learn about things. You got people who listen to respond, if I'm making any sense. You got people who they're so quick to want to disagree with you. They don't even hear anything after what offended them. They hear only what offended them and nothing after that. Like sometimes you have to sit there and listen to the whole thing. Like today we was talking about that word but. When a person says a certain thing and they put but in the sentence, you have to behold the underlying thought. You have to wait after they say but, you have to listen to the rest of the sentence, because that's basically what they're like. If I say, let me see, I'm trying to think of some good examples, but I like my brain is like blah. But if they say something like, I can't stand, let me see, let me think. I want to make a good example, but like if somebody says something and they're making a statement, they say, I can't stand these people who, I can't say it like that either. See, you gotta really think before you speak. And these are just like, these are rules that people need to live by, that we were taught as children. Like treat others how you want to be treated, speak like, think before you speak, things like that. Like these are basic rules in life that we must follow even into adulthood, because they're said for a reason. Because when you just talk just to be talking and hear yourself speak, you really ain't like Jay. I'm trying to be able to explain it the right way, but I can't say it without making certain type of people feel a certain type of way. I really don't want to offend anybody. That's what I'm really trying not to do right now. But it's like I can't say what I want to say without someone taking it out of context, because a lot of people do that on here. They take what you say out of context, especially like people say when you text them, they don't understand what you're saying. They don't know how you're saying it. So you should speak, but you can't even do that these days, because when you speak the words, it still don't come out right. People still don't take it in the right way. It's weird. It's like, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. Right. That's right. They're already defensive. Right. Let me see. Okay, T, personally, I want to hear from a panel of white women who frequent this sector. I have questions the streets want answered. You know what? That would be, well, I wouldn't say a panel full of white women, maybe a mixture of races to get racist. Oh my God. I didn't say racist, y'all. Racist. I said racist, like different races. Okay, so maybe like a mixture of different races to come together and talk about this subject. But it's touchy for a lot of people, because it's really touchy for a lot of people to discuss it, because without someone getting offended or really taking it to heart what another one says. But if you're open-minded and you really understand where a person's coming from, you really don't jump to be offended about it just straight off. You listen to understand. YouTube is a free app, and there are no sectors. This is a worldwide social media. Racist, not racist. Yeah. Talent, I'll answer any of the questions. You speak how you speak. If someone makes the word racial, that is their problem. Yeah, we all are different in so many ways. That's right, we are. A lot of people are curious about if you all know one another. How did you find the beef sector? What made you stay after being attacked? Tons of questions. You know what? Let me see. Hold on. You all is different than you people. people. The people part excludes them in a manner that signifies support. I can't say it. I know what you mean, Lady T. But see, I don't understand sometimes like when a superior, whatever. Anyways, I don't understand when okay, say the way that Jason was talking to you the other day, the way how he got on the panel and he was saying, "Don't you speak over me, don't you yell, don't you do this." The way he was speaking was obnoxious. It was rude. It was obnoxious. It was annoying. It irked the heck out of me. I was thinking, who did this guy think he is talking like this? You know, and when I when I was sitting there listening to him, I think he has a let's see how to say it. Like he has a authority problem. He wants to be the one with authority. Like he wants to be able to be the one in control all the time. And when he doesn't have that control, he gets upset. He's like a child to me. And let me see. Simply Lovely and SK are impartial. Yes, I am. I really am. I do it on a platform that I know the channel holder isn't biased at all. Yeah, Crystal, that would be good. You know, we could set that up on any platform. Like, I mean, as far as, you know, a person that's unbiased and they can see both sides of of um of what's being said on both sides, you know, and they're not going to be leaning towards one side more than the other. They're just going to be open to understanding both sides, you know. We would have to bring up classism, demographics, etc. I mean, it is not a black and white world we live by in any means. Right, Crystal? You know, hold on, let me see. Talent I have, hold on. Crystal G, is something you want to share with me? Uh-oh. No, talent simply, okay, let me see. Hold on. Talent simply RSK, no Mexico man there. That is my only no hard pass. Uh-oh. Talent, I have never been attacked. I seen a video from DD Love to Sean Bradley and the defense of Lady Nika. We all got here the same way. No one came searching, no one person. I know I found this sector by and believe it or not, Trish. I found this sector from her. I just happened to come across her page. She was talking about Tracy, then I went to Tracy's page, and I went to so on and so on. The Tea Lounge, no. Is there something that made you think that? Says Crystal. I can't say that, dang. I can't say these words y'all saying. My lips just won't do it. But yeah, Mr. YouTube Streets, that's exactly what I feel like Jason has. You know, and it may come out as him being racist, but I think he even speaks to his own race that way. Actually, when I heard him talking one day to Ostara, I was like, wow, this guy really has a control issue. He wants to be an authority. He wants to have control over everything. Like when he loses control, he throws a tantrum. And when he throws that tantrum, he says things that he shouldn't say, you know, and I'm not taking up for him. Like, I'm not taking up for him at all. I think some of the things he says and how he was trying to, like, when he came on the panel the other day, he said, I was mocking Kwani and showing y'all how it sounds when she calls y'all the NB word. I believe that's ridiculous. Like, I don't care if you're mocking someone. I don't care if you're just saying it, repeating it. It shouldn't come out your mouth, period. You shouldn't say it at all, especially if you know that that's offensive to a certain race. You shouldn't say it at all. Just point blank and period. It shouldn't come out your mouth. I don't care how you want to lay it out and say that this is the reason why I said this. This is the reason why I did this. I don't care. There's no excuse. It's just downright unacceptable. So for him to sit over there and try to make that weak ass excuse of why he said it and what he was saying it for, that was weak to me. Very weak. And I even had to drop off the panel because I was getting upset because I feel like, you know, this guy is a total nutcase. He's ridiculous. This is stupid. Like, it was just irking me so bad. It annoyed me to the core. But I just feel like, you know, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit back and let this guy just show how really ignorant he really is, you know. And that's what I sum it up to, being very ignorant, you know, about the smallest things that he speaks on. He's sort of kind of like, he doesn't have knowledge. Like, his knowledge level is really, really, really low. And when people have a really low knowledge level, they tend to say stupid things all the time. Like they tend to come off as a ridiculous person. Um, the Tea Lounge, well, thank you. If I have any concerns, I'll bring them to you. See, that's how we all did. It's YouTube and app. Let me see. Gemini, how did you manage to avoid these gays of these weirdos? Laugh out loud. You've never been bashed in this sector. No worries. You have my number at Crystal. Just opening myself up if you had anything to say about the issue. Let me see. 100% agree. Okay. Hey JJ, CJ. Crystal says at talent because I go everywhere and she doesn't do as much. I made videos. No, sir, at talent. I don't get on panels. If I don't like something going on a channel I don't agree with, I move on to another channel. And that's right. That's how we do it. You know, if you don't agree, you move on and you don't go back to that channel. You unsubscribe. If they're saying something that you don't like, that you don't agree with, you simply unsubscribe. It's not worth the time and energy to get in a text war or a thumb war with someone over because you don't agree with something. Just move and let live, because that person isn't going to always agree with what you're saying. And they're going to go to the next live and voice their opinion again and then get cussed out and go to the next one. And it's just going to be a vicious cycle that goes on and on and on. And no one, I don't care how many times a person yells at a person or they tell them that they're dead wrong and they cuss them out, it's not going to change how that person feels if they really feel that way. I mean, the only thing that can change a person's heart in my eyes is God. God made our hearts and he's the one who can change them. So, you know, all I know is I'm glad I love everyone. If people really read their Bible, we all would think about why we need to forgive, pray, and most of all, love one another. We are all the same. That's right, SJ. We really are. Like I said, we're all made in God's image. So at the end of the day, these fleshly bodies that we're in, they're just a mere shell of us, you know, of ourselves. Like it's what's in. Like I've always been like this since I can always remember since I was a little girl. I've always looked inside of a person's heart of how I wanted to perceive them as a person. I've never looked at a person's outside appearance to judge them on. I've always considered the source. I've always considered their content of their characters. I never took it in as being, you know, basing a person's beliefs off of, let's say, the way that they look, because you know, like I said, it was a statement made that why if a star shaved her head, then does that make her a skinhead? You know, so I just thought asking that question was offensive because I'd be offended too. Like I said earlier, if I like to wear baggy jeans and a white tee and I walk around in big baggy clothes and a person walks up to me and say, "Oh, are you gay? Do you like women because you dress like a man?" I'm gonna catch, you know, attitude like, hold on, I can't wear what I want to wear without you saying that I like women because I'm dressed like a tomboy, you know, even though I don't, I'm a girly girl, but I have nothing against gays at all either. Let me make that clear. But for a person to judge me on my outside appearance and not look with what's inside my heart or how I'm carrying myself or what my character shows and how, you know, what I do when I go around people and the way that I act and the way that I carry myself, you know, I don't understand where people get off these days of judging people on, you know, just before you even open the book, you just judge it because you're looking at the cover. Oh, I'm not going to like this person because this, you know, this and that and that and this. Haven't even opened the book, haven't even read the first page, you know, so it's like, it's so ridiculous on how people jump to conclusions and assumptions these days without actually looking into something, you know. That's why God says that his people will perish because of lack of knowledge. It's really a lot of lack of knowledge these days. And it's sad. Let me see. I really unsubscribe from people I don't agree with anyone 100%. I rarely unsubscribe from people I don't agree with 100%. I don't either. I really don't either, you know, but if I really truly feel like a person is being offensive and I feel like my soul is being shook, you know, and I really feel like I'm really offended by this person and I can't stand seeing the very appearance of this person in a chat room, I'm going to block you and I'm going to unsubscribe, because why would I waste my energy just getting upset every time I see you post or getting upset everything that comes out of your text or your mouth that I'm going to sit over here and get upset over. I don't have the energy, nor I have the patience or the time for it. So I'm going to move on with my life because life just keeps going. And that's just how it is, you know. Saturday I unsubbed, but most of the time I just move on till the next time. Yes. Let me see. I think I missed something. Hold on. Right, simply. People can be misunderstood in the chats. I don't get that. I know, right? I don't either. I don't get it either, Crystal. Mr. YouTube says that would mean if you see a KKK walking around in their costumes and not say, oh, that is a KKK member. People do judge by what they see, unfortunately, and with good reason. Now, come on now, Mr. YouTube. If I see someone in a Ku Klux Klan uh, get up, of course I'm going to say, oh, you know, I'm automatically going to know because they're making it known. They're making it known that they don't like blacks. Some people don't even say a word and they walk around and look out like a regular person, and you judge them. Like you see a person standing on the side of the street and they're standing on that corner. You say, oh, you automatically assume they're homeless because they're standing on that corner when they can have a whole house, you know, back down the street, but they're just standing in that corner because they're having hard times right now. They need a little extra change to pay the bills. You know, it's like that. It's like we use our common sense. Like if I see you just blatantly out there, just expressing, you know, you got the swastika sign up, you burning the cross, all this kind of stuff. Of course, I'm automatically gonna say this person doesn't like blacks. Let me get back. Let me get away from this person because they're a dangerous person. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that because they're making it so obvious, you know. KKK, I'm running, right? Right, simply life is too short to be miserable. It really is. I block all the time, but I don't unsubscribe. I want people to reach their goals. That's just me. That's right. That's right, Lady T. Mr. YouTube, now you know that's different, right? No, I just kid, making reference to your wardrobe attire and being gay. Well, you know, I'm saying like, because people do that though. People do that. If I wear, because it's weird how the human mind works. Like I said, you could wear baggy clothes and dress like a boy, and people assume that you're gay. I've had it happen to me lots of times. I used to dress like a tomboy growing up, and girls would hit on me out of nowhere. Like I'd be like, no, I don't go that way. But thank you for the flattery. I'm flattered, you know. But you know, like they automatically assume. So the mind, it's a tricky thing, really. When you really look into the mind of some people, you know, some people really do think strangely. Like we all don't think alike. We all don't think alike. That's why it's always good to get to know a person first before you judge them, because we don't. There's not one person, there's not two people that think exactly alike in this world. And there's a lot of people in this world. So just think, if there's not two people that think exactly alike, 100% alike, what does that tell you right there? We all have different minds. We all have different opinions that we're 100% entitled to. Free will, God-given right on this earth to have our free will and to think and say and do whatever we like. So at the end of the day, I can't change a person. I can't change a person's hair from white to red. You know, I don't have the power. I don't have that authority. I don't have that power to do that. Like snap my fingers and change. You know, I'm not talking about hair dye. I'm talking about permanent hair, the color. You know, I don't have that power. So at the end of the day, I don't have the power to change nobody's opinion or how they feel about a certain situation. I don't. So why stress myself over that? Why get upset? Hey, lovely love again. I'm back. Hey, everyone. KKK don't like nobody, right? I'm just talking about the wardrobe simply. Oh, okay, Mr. YouTube. I feel you. But a lot of people, they I don't know, they just get stressed out over things they don't have to stress over, you know? And I feel like I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste my energy. I'm not gonna waste my time stressing over something that I don't have the authority or, you know, the power to change. I really don't, you know. So I mean, that's just what I wanted to say, y'all. I just, you know, Crystal says we will never understand what the next person goes through, not fully, not truly. We can love and support and most of all respect each other. That's right. Yeah, my arms are too short to windmill for everyone, right? It's impossible. It's impossible to do that, you know. But at the end of the day, if we could all just come together, and even in politics and worldly views around the world, even with different countries, and if everyone could just come together and agree to disagree, like, and know that everybody is entitled to feel the way they feel without any hatred, without any violence, the world will be a better place. But that's a dream. That's a dream these days. That's just a fantasy these days. It's not going to be like that, because if evil wasn't so much in this world and so heavy and full in this world, that then maybe that could be more than just a dream. Maybe that could be reality, but it's not. In the world that we live in today, it's not. It's just a mere dream, a fantasy, a hope, you know, a desire. It's not going to come to pass, because like I said, we have too many people in this world that have different they look at the world in different, many different ways. They view the world in different than everyone else, and some people's view of the world is quite scary out there. It really is. And I'm so happy I can't get into the mind of everybody, because that would drive you literally nuts. Well said, Simply. I appreciate your commentary on this topic. Oh, thank you, Fair Exchange. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to get on here and just, say what I feel about this subject, because it was really touching my heart to speak on it. Because I really don't, let me see. I'm sorry, I missed this. Let me see. Lady T says exactly at Crystal G. That's why when I'm the minority in a situation or community and I'm questioned or corrected, I listen and answer respectfully and with an open heart. And that's exactly what we need to do with each other. Be open-minded and ask questions if you don't understand something. Just don't literally jump on a person's back or on a person's words because of how they said it or what they said. Get an understanding first, and all thy getting, get a good understanding. And I believe that, like, truly and fully in my heart, if I'm going to understand something, I'm going to get a good understanding about it. I'm not just necessarily going to run with what I think about a certain situation, because that's not how we're supposed to do things. Being grown and being grown minded, being a grown person and being grown minded are two different things. Like, some people are not, I don't want to say that because I don't want to offend nobody, but I'm just saying in general, I'm not speaking of anybody personally. Some people's elevator don't go all the way up. Some people are stuck in the basement. Some people are stuck on a second floor. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some people's elevator that just shot out the roof, like it's like I don't know. It's like their head's so far up in the clouds, there's just no point of even trying to discuss with them things of common sense and like, they're just not going to understand it. They don't care to understand it. They're just so stuck on what they believe. You can't change their mind. You can't make them feel how you feel. That's the reason why people get so upset, because they want to control how a person feels about a certain situation. And I like I said, I'm not going to get upset because you feel the way you feel. I'm not going to get upset because you're entitled to your opinion, like I said. And a lot of people do not take those words. They take those words. Actually, they take those words for granted. They're like, oh yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. And then there you go. You have two sides of the fence that people are. Hold on, let me see what he's laughing at. Hold on. What did Marianne say? Oh, okay. She just said ha ha ha. Okay, Lady T said, yeah, and YouTube didn't post the whole video. See, what video is it that this happened on? Because I would like to go and watch the replay, because I didn't get to see the replay of it. I know what it is like to be in minority every day in my real life, and being, I didn't even do that. Like, stuck on stupid. Marianne, my mama used to say that all the time. People is stuck on stupid, but I didn't get to watch the video that this happened on and that this took place on. So, like I said, I don't know the meat and potatoes of the situation. I don't. But also, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about her not speaking up, and saying something. I don't know how to feel about that, because, I mean, to me, being the person, like I said, being the person I am, I'm going to stand in what I believe and I'm going to speak on it. I don't care how much backlash I get or how many people try to ambush me. or anything like that. I'm going to stand on what I say and I'm going to repeat it, if I feel a certain way about a certain situation. But then, like I say, like earlier when we were saying, I was trying to find the word, and I think Gemini or Crystal found the word for me, whoever said confidence. Some people don't have that confidence enough to come out and say exactly how they feel, or why they said what they said, because they feel as though they're going to be ambushed. I forgot what I titled it, but I will have the clip Wednesday. Okay, Crystal G, I know you do, says Fair Exchange. Fair Exchange, I love you right back. Aw, how sweet. But yeah, y'all. So, anyways, I just got on here to express some things. I didn't really, I mean, this is not where I was going to go with this conversation, but something told me to speak on it. And I feel like I should have, because, when I got up in the chat room, it was conversations on not just one platform, but a couple of them. So I said, let me just say how I feel on it, and I mean, shoot, like I was telling those story, I was called ignorant. I was called self-loathing, and that doesn't bother me, because I know who I am at the end of the day. I know what I stand for, and I know what I believe. And what I believe is what I believe. Ain't nobody gonna change what I believe. You know, you might be able to give me some insight on how you believe, and maybe, I might feel a certain way, like, oh, okay, I agree with what you're saying on that stance, or like, I can understand where you're coming from with that, with saying it, this way or that way, and I can understand that. But at the same time, if you believe in something, you stand on what you believe and you write it out. You don't backtrack, or what they call it on here, backpedal on it. Yeah, you stand on what you think. I would lack confidence too if my truth didn't match what I was saying. Interesting. Yeah, true. But that's true. That's true. I can't even disagree with that. That's true. But I mean, see, I have to watch people more. I have to really watch them, and I have to really watch. You gotta watch. Like Medea said, you gotta watch. But you do. You really gotta watch, because some people will really open up and tell you what kind of person they really are when you sit over there and kind of listen and look and see how they conduct their self, and what they're really meaning behind the words that they say, what they really mean. So maybe I have to sit back and close my mouth more, and watch on how people move and how they operate. I've been called worse. Oh, Marianne, and that's crazy, because you're so sweet. You have my respect, because you are bold and beautiful, regardless if we disagree. Oh, thank you, Lady T. I feel the same way about you. Likewise, I really do. But yeah, y'all. So I've been on here for about an hour and 37 minutes now. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for tonight. If anybody else gets on, trust and believe, I will be in your live, because I like to support. That's what I do. As I love to support, and I appreciate everybody who supports me back. I really do. I love y'all, and God bless y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I wish nothing but the best for everybody. I really do. I don't care who you are. I wish nothing but the best for you. We only have one life to live. So we've got to live it. We got to live it to the fullest. That's not saying go out and do foolish things, but we need to live our life fulfilled. And we need to live it, on good standards. And it's really too short to sit over here and get hung up on the little things in life, when there's so much more going on outside of our little box or our window. You know, um, Crystal says good night for everyone for now. Lovely Love says I'm about to go live with the palm tree and the snow movie. Okay, Lovely Love, I'm finna be there. So if y'all got Lovely Love, grab her up, because we finna go live and talk about the palm trees and the snow, baby. That's a movie on Netflix that was really interesting to me. I'm sorry you were spoken down on as simply. My daughter is here, and I'll catch the rest on replay. Blessings to all. Oh, it's okay, Crystal. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. But thank you so much. And yes, I'll see you later. And thank you for coming and supporting me. I appreciate that. Later, simply. Oh, later, Carrie. Thank you for coming by, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by and supporting your girl. I really do appreciate it. And I notice all of you guys, and I thank you and I love you with the love of the Lord. And I hope nothing but the best, like I said, for you all. And I will be praying for everyone, and pray for me as I pray for you. And I thank you for coming by, and God bless y'all. And you all have a good night. And remember, like I said, live your life to the fullest. fullest, but don't be foolish. I have to be clear on those words because sometimes my words seem to sound the same. Good night, y'all, goody goodies. That's right. Good night, goody goodies. Well, we finna be over there at Lovely Loves and just whenever she goes live. So if y'all don't have her, click that bell, subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe, and share us out tonight because we will be discussing for movie review the movie Palm Trees in the Snow, which is on Netflix. God bless you too, Lady T. Oh, she came on right now. So I'm gonna head over. We all heading over to Lovely Love's platform. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.